the author of this book, Men Don't Heal, We Ho. Stephen James Dixon is back to answer your relationship questions. Tell that book not too romantic. Hate to say it, but what is the gist of it again for people who weren't here last time you were on?
The book is about challenging men to be successful in relationships. It's about, as a young man, when I got married, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have role models. I didn't have father figures that were successful at marriage. I don't meet a lot of men where marriage is important to them. And so I wanted to write a book to sit down and say to men, hey, I love being married. I love my family. This is what's important to me. There are more things in life than just chasing women.
And men don't sort out their problems. They go out and
be
promiscuous. That's the idea?
Yes,
okay.
It's about teaching men that we have to heal from situations that occur, emotional baggage and things like that in order to be successful in our relationships.
Larry.
All right. Question from Deborah. I'm starting to think I will just have to share the guy I'm dating until he's ready to propose. Is it unreasonable for me to expect him to be exclusive if we're not engaged?
The first problem with that question is I'm always irritated by women who think that the marriage decision is completely up to the man. You got that first part she said, like, I'm waiting for him to propose. Why are you waiting for him to propose? What I tell women is you have to show your woman. Just be who you are. Don't worry about him being, committed or whatever. Just be you. Stop worrying about what the man is doing and worry about the woman is doing. If you be you, and in time, he will either want that commitment or he won't. If you be the best woman you could be, either move on or stay, move out, get over it. Just don't sit around waiting on a man.
There you go. Here's a question from Rogue. Great name. Seems like the new thing for women is to hold out on sex until they get what they want. I blame Oprah. What's the best way to say I like you, but not enough to wait for what's readily available somewhere else?
There's no good way to say it. I think that's one of those things that you have to communicate and be solid and very clear about what you want. I teach people, even men and women, if you have a principle or something that you have a desire, then you can't compromise that. You can't ask for different things. You have to know what you want, and you have to go find that in a woman or in a man.
But if you leave the woman because she won't sleep with you, then you didn't like her that much in the first place.
Exactly.
Right?
So go find one that you want to sleep with.
That's your goal.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. There are women out there like that. And so sometimes I get those type of questions. There are women out who want to have sex. There's men out there that don't want a relationship or whatever. You can find what you want if you are willing to take that chance to go look for that.
Every pot has a lid, Larry.
That's right. Yeah. Question from Bart. What's okay when it comes to trolling Facebook and LinkedIn for dates?
What I tell men is to just be honest. If you're only trolling and you're not looking for something serious, Facebook is huge, 500 million people or whatever, and so just find what you want and move on. Don't worry about it. With women, I tell women, have fun. Don't be on Facebook trying to find a husband and all those different things. Just have fun, enjoy it, meet new people, hang out, do things, but don't get on there and say, I'm going to find me a husband today. Don't do that. You're setting yourself up.
Plus, you never know how people are presenting themselves.
Exactly.
All right, question from Leah. On the radio, I keep hearing people blaming Eva Longoria Parker for her divorce from Tony Parker because she should have known better. Whose fault do you think it is?
I don't want to place, what I do with relationships, I said is that all relationships are either successful or they fail based on the leadership of men. And so I challenge men to say, okay, how are you going to lead this relationship? Are you going to be stable emotionally, stable financially? What are you going to do? What kind of character traits do you have to be successful at marriage? And in terms of fault, what I say with things like that, there is a heightened sense of what an athlete, especially, you know what you're getting into. I think that's what people are trying to say. You know what you're getting into to a certain extent. Some athletes have cheated, not saying that all have cheated. You have to know what you're getting into. Now, the only problem I would have with Eva is if she's not taking care of her husband at home. We don't know that.
We don't know that. I know what you're saying.
But you're saying that it's all on the men to lead, and they're responsible for every relationship?
I say that the successfulness or the failure of a relationship is dependent on the leadership of men. Like, for example, you have a head football coach. He's responsible for the successfulness of that team. President Obama is responsible for how successful the economy is or not. Now, he has support.
But he has to be the man doing that?
He has to be the man. He has to know how to lead. He has to set forth a plan. Like, if you have a problem in your commitment, in your relationship, you have to have a plan. You have to have goals. You have to have things that you want to do in your relationship in order to make sure it's successful. You have to have a plan.
All right.
And a lot of men don't have a plan.
Thank you, Stephen.
A lot of men don't have a plan.
Men.
I want to be a lady all of a sudden.
The book is Men Don't Heal, We Ho. Thanks for being here.
All right, here's what's going on with our